high point, but they've been chilly from behind the
wow,
arc.
6 of 7 homes survived by a point. Good dish, that's a flush.
Drive by Washington.
Yeah, and they got to be aggressive. You got to put it on the floor, take it to this.
One from Arizona. Washington gonna send that one. Washington got it. And
64 points already. Make it 67.
Was really emphasized throwing ahead in transition.
oh, beautiful feed Washington to Ware.
Making a play out of the crowded corner. There's Lance Ware, just really good job of sprinting out. Very humble kid. I mean, he was almost surprised that you see him shoot the passing gap.
He could score like that too.
Yeah, but he was
Mid-striving kick. Washington
really good.
Sticks it.
Yeah, really. That floppy action getting off the baseline for Washington makes them pay.
Yep, this time.
Now there's more of a 5-out look for Kentucky, but there's the Washington again.
We're going to discover that at some point this year.
There
Washington.
I mean, I'm kind of shaking off the basketball rust for a moment.
Corner three. Washington bears.
It's Washington. His overall size and Wheeler will push tempo. And a wide open look. Can he drain it? Yes, he can. Again, a good size.
Little two-man game between Wheeler and Washington. That's just great ball movement. And Wheeler had all.
You can just get to the rim on anybody, and especially going into the Hall of Fame with guys that I came into college with.
Nazi.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what playing at Kentucky is all about.
TyTy Washington. You already mentioned the word bubble in the first half. It made me uncomfortable. TyTy. Here's the lob. And the finish.
Washington. And now a corner.
That's his 6th offensive rebound. That's helping to keep Kentucky just a possession down.
They have denied that request. Here's TyTy Washington from the elbow. Well, if they can get a big deal.
Yeah, left his mark on college basketball, especially per game. 7 3-pointers per game. He may have nights he doesn't get a lot of those shots.
TyTy is a huge fan favorite. We saw what he did against Mississippi State last year. TyTy. Here's Wheeler. To TyTy Washington for 3. Shibwe and Grady to have a guy who could really stretch the defense like Frederick, who was so good from perimeter at Iowa.
Yeah, Tom, you're right. The options it would have 20, then it's in the coach's mind. And the coaches kind of leave you longer than they probably would.
That's right.
Brooks had it blocked. Picked up by Washington. Weaving. Misses no. Follow up yes.
Vanderplas averages more than 3 assists a game.
Washington 8-point advantage for the Bobcats. Washington alley-oop pass. What a half for Vanderplas, leading all scorers with 10 contested threes. Washington Euro step, gets the friendly bounce. Shibwe pops out to Washington. Let him shoot. Washington on a stop and pop. Different countries, but finally landed one from Arizona. Washington gonna send that one back. Washington wheeling, dealing, got it.
TyTy Washington in the open floor. Now to the middle. Little floater. Way, the easy rebound. TyTy in the lane and count it. He'll
Defense and get the spots in the lane that's created great opportunities to score.
Boy, that's just
Getting ready to throw a little Avery Johnson at you right here.
that's another good one. Grady. 1 for 3 in the first half was Grady. That was a 3-point shot. And a good start for Keon on the floor, and it'll be Kentucky. Good effort by the Cats. TyTy Washington, 3-on-3. 7 from the field. Catch and shoot, Washington.
In the Southeastern Conference for points per game. Alabama right about 84-point shooter on the year. Coming into this one was 8 of 16. TyTy stop the inside. Blocked by Ware.
Great pass.
Kentucky, 48 points. It's the most they have scored in a half this season. They had 4.
That statement, it would be correct. Because someone in that statement has had triple. The openings are, if the Chippewas are back in zone.
Xavier Wheeler, the Georgia transfer, who gives off to the most talented. Drive by Washington. Reverse layup is by my wife, who's a longtime Kentucky native and Kentucky fan. And she said, you've got to cover this. You've got to follow this. It's
Don't really see Kentucky having an advantage anywhere other than that. Great. Coming off that screen. TyTy, because such a good offense move here. Good pass.
Washington on a pull-up. That's what I was waiting for more of in this second half. Turnover. Shibwe to Washington all the way. Washington makes it look.
By Ryan trying to blow up that dribble handoff to TyTy Washington.
TyTy with a shot and nice touch. Victims as best they can. Shibwe on top here for Washington.
Kentucky really looking to turn the corner and try to get into the paint, but there's TyTy. Washington can put it on the deck, but he can also pull up and shoot it. Goes right between the legs with a little step back.
Vince back out for Washington. A little floater in the lane. Nicely done.
He's got every.
Washington pull up. Got it.
I noticed Brady didn't even look for the shot. They go side to side, making the D work.
Deep three for Washington. Got it. Boy, what a stroke. That was right.
Where they are moving the ball, though.
Sure are. There's a runner, no foul called there. Washington got it back, and from 15, he buried it.
Too many opportunities. Goodness. There's the ability to get in the lane, get a good shot. Everybody, look at Manic does a nice job checking out, but all of a sudden they get an open look by.
History, he embodies North Carolina basketball, but now he wants to give opportunities the same way.
Scored over 1,600 points for Coach Schmitz. Who we are, what we are, and coming off the loss to Notre Dame, they were looking forward to this, and they're playing like they were looking forward to it. And they have had.
And they got McCoy on the floor. Who's expecting big things from him as the year progresses?
Kentucky might get to 100 if they can play like
this season.
Brooks will challenge and then say, no, that's not a good idea. Washington, the baseline jumper. He robs it home, and Kentucky shooting well to start.
You know, perimeter shots from Frampton and Justice you can live with. That's a play right there. Anderson's got to drive that thing to the rim.
Free throw line jumper. No goaltend there. Washington pulled his hand back. And now Wheeler pushes. That's a three. Wheeler needed that.
Yeah, and they got to be aggressive. You got to put it on the floor, take it to this back line of the Kentucky defense.
Ability is to his family, and certainly the program here that he transferred to. Easy layup for Washington, where they were just floored by the destruction and devastation that was there. And they've all been affected by it. Much better when she's on the floor. I don't care what the score is. I don't like my team without her on the floor.
His first foul. So nothing much for the Tigers 1 minute in. Here's TyTy Washington. Tees up and buries the three. Out. Brazil, a little strong.
And that's a shame for Missouri. You can't get a better look than that.
Washington, uncontested. Here's Washington. He wants a three. It splashes it. Less than 2 minutes till half. Dura Gordon dribbled that one off of Wheeler's foot. Rolled out to a Tiger. Here's Washington. Yes. It's down his 15th board. Brady. That's strong. It's a third chance for Kentucky. And Washington puts it in. A fast start to the second half, but it has been a cold finish since about the midway mark. And Washington
to the Missouri game, he said, hey, we're good. He said, we defensively we're good, we rebound. If we push the basketball and get our fast pace going, we can be a great team.
Shibwe rips down another rebound. TyTy Washington wired to score, and that's what he does. He felt like a glorified JUCO coach with all the turnover now in college basketball.
Jamie Dixon, who's
Dixon,
one of the better coaches in college basketball.
Little two-man game with Shibwe. And TyTy can do that as well. 5 assists.
Go to work.
Deep three on the way and buried by TyTy Washington. Of course,
the Stoops brothers with ties to Iowa. Yeah. They're playing football there, defensive backs. Let's take that time. Meanwhile, bombs away for High Point, but they've been chilly from behind the arc. 6 of 17. That man has not been. They were laughing and cheering Bird by the end of the game. Wide open, TyTy with a 3-3.
And hey, Grady just looked at it. As you take a look at their starting five, and Wheeler takes it all the way on the baseline. That guy is a special player. TyTy Washington.
The staff have done a really good job of putting together a great pass. It's just an excellent duck in from the weak side. A great duck in to get in front of Fudge by Oscar Shibwe.
They fill the place. TyTy Washington hesitates and gets it to go.
% from three. That's his 4th 3 on the year.
Alley-oop. That worked out well. Great pass from Washington.
Here he is on the pull-up. That's good.
He's so smooth. Your ex is about to be there. You're going to be professional, mature about it.
There's Shibwe. Keon Brooks pings that one off the backboard. Washington in a hurry. Count it! And he's at the line.
Speed at the point guard spot with TyTy Washington. He gets it up the court in a flurry. Trapping a little bit, pressing some to get the tempo their way.
Oh, Shibwe. How about that pass? Perfectly placed from Washington.
You wanted TyTy Washington. Coach, I got you. Want to play me a little point guard? No problem. Assist the turnover. No plans to play him yet. No plans to not.
Here's TyTy Washington. Been a competitive first.
Shibwe. It's just the story right now is the point guard play.
Boy, he gets edited out of the whole highlight pack there. There's TyTy. Well, they didn't win the latest. That was last January when Georgia won in Athens. Washington slips to the rack. Washington, pulls up beautifully.
And against Memphis.
Oh, wow, the blow by TyTy. Shibwe setting the screen. Is this assist number 15 coming, maybe?
There it is.
Yep. One more to the record. John Wall had 16 back in own.
Wall saying, hey, Georgia, play a little bit better defense. Protect my record. TyTy's like, nope, how about a little no look?
Oh, that would have been the record.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. Congratulations to TyTy Washington. 16 assists, ties the program record.
TyTy knew what was up. Got the extra dime.
30 seconds. Washington to Shibwe. 17 assists.
Injury. Well, Mintz was a starter last year. He was Kentucky's leading scorer, leading assist guy for a team that only won 9 games. And how many games in a row is it that TyTy Washington has knocked down his first 3? I think certainly cannot turn the ball over.
There's Washington attacking again. Averaging better than 15 rebounds per game. The nation's leader. Washington again.
Well, TyTy Washington has got everything. The nice step back, but how about how he stayed in balance through the contact? Good double. He passes out of it. That's going to put you in rotation.
Loose basketball, Washington. Up ahead. Grady lays it in.
You cannot defend the run out. Dezzoni just loses the ball, and Kellen Grady able to take it the other way.
Make it 3-1 in league play. Washington off the bounce.
We run the show.
They're both brilliant. They bring something different to the table in a sense each. There's Washington again. He chases down his own miss. Washington, that mid-range game is so strong.
TyTy Washington coming off that little dribble handoff, and the pressure is intense.
Washington, though, so tough to speed him up. He's got Shibwe runs one down at the offensive end, gets him a fresh possession. TyTy Washington makes it pay off.
And that just came to
Rick Barnes and the rest of the coaching staff as well.
Just a great competitor and super tough.
Back cut, TyTy Washington. These two teams, Auburn, LSU, Alabama's got a good team as well. How do you size up, say, the top 4 or 5 in the league?
I think that the Southeastern Conference is the best league in the country.
The SEC Network Wednesday night. Aggies are off to a 3-0 start in league play. Then they're at Auburn.
Gibson doesn't have graduate programs. I think he made the right choice. He's been a tremendous addition here.
Washington having a sensational first half.
Has made every right decision, and he's third in the league in assists, average over 5 a game, and his assist turnover ratio is terrific.
7th made 3 of the game for Tennessee, and here's the answer from an outstanding shooter in Kellen Grady. There are a lot of good pieces on this Kentucky team. Here they come again. Grady shovels it to Wheeler. Just brilliant by the end. Kentucky at 64 points already. Make it 67 against, again, what statistically has been the second best defensive team in the nation this year.
Give it to him. He'd grab it with both hands and take it anyway.
24-point lead. Make it 27.
Texas Tech game where Madison Square Garden had to repaint the rims after him.
He has started every game for Buzz Williams, has been outstanding.
Speaking of outstanding time. Washington rise and fire right between the eyes of Marcus. Washington, pretty. TyTy.
And strips. First turnover. TyTy Washington going the other way with a lob underneath.
And who's there?
Oscar.
The floor there. Challenges everybody with the right.
Washington pull-up jumper. Got it.
Love his middle game, this kid. Should be begging for the ball in the low post area.
Washington.
Look at that
over
shot.
Kessler.
The game. This is his mid-range jumper. Washington with a burst of speed, and it goes.
Dan, TyTy Washington is a big-time facility in transition, taking it right into the middle of the floor, getting the contact, and still finishing with that tough floater. Yeah, Lance Ware got an arm bar right into his side, and that's tough to play against, but you have to be stronger.
Wow, what a nifty bounce pass from TyTy Washington to Lance Ware.
And it's stolen away. Breakaway for Mann. Blocked by Toppin. Oh my goodness, he got ball. Washington got it, and the foul.
Toppin stayed with the play, and this is the special things TyTy Washington to do.
Game if you're Florida.
3-2 zone defense.
Washington on a runner, gets the friendly bounce.
It shows zone.
What a night for Davion Mintz. TyTy, yes.
What a huge offensive route. It's a 1995 UMass Kentucky game. TyTy Washington off the window, and he said, you know, in that on that baseline screening action. Off the switch, Washington got it. Davison was right behind him. TyTy Washington will put them in their seats. College basketball has become a much more physical game in just one season as TyTy Washington hits the middle. TyTy Washington goes by Rojas. There's a lob and a flush.
Making plays. Understand that Alabama, they come to the ball when you attack them. They don't protect that dunker spot. They don't stay at
pass picked up by Mintz. Saved by Wheeler. 3-on-2. And TyTy Washington, Alabama shooting 28%. It's like a fight between the two town drunks. They just keep missing each other, but they're still bloodied and bruised. Washington with his first triple of the game. Kellen Grady knocked it away, and here comes Kentucky. Washington with an easy layup, and they will run when they can. Off shot off the window. He's dragging a little bit right now. The alley-oop works to Shibwe.
That Kentucky jailbreak, and I was also standing beside the South Carolina huddle. And it was interesting because Keyshawn Bryant stood in the middle.
Yeah. Hand off to Kusnardi, lost it, and an easy one here for Washington. And it's good. Shibwe that time went straight up, and he blocked it. No foul called. Bad shots get blocked. Alley-oop. They found Keon Brooks. He put up that. That will not work. Kentucky comes right back with their own run game. Running up and starting to pile up both points and rebounds. TyTy Washington, a dagger 3 right there. Washington, another quick release. Boy, is he smooth. That's a 2.
For Washington again.
He checks the clock quickly with 7 to go on the shot clock.
That's good action.
The floater, TyTy Washington. Absolutely. He has Kellen Grady gravity ability as much as anyone in this league. Florida's the team that ball fakes everybody. That time it was good pass on the baseline. Keon Brooks. Oh, they're turning the... Again, no Jacob Toppin available. That's a good pass inside. Shibwe laid it up and Shackelford, and then J.D. Note as Alabama at home survived by a point. Good dish. That's a flush. Left wide open, Oscar all time. That's too easy of a find. A defensive breakdown by Florida. 34 says thank you on Washington and Wheeler. Appleby is the guy fronting Shibwe down to the baseline. TyTy throws another one up, and it goes in. Shooter's going to shoot. If you're Florida, though, don't panic, don't overreact. It started with Flanders Fleming's rebound. Washington forces it again, and that time he gets it to go in the paint, and he'll go to the free throw line to finish off a 7% of Kentucky's shots get blocked in conference play. Only 7 out of 100. Whoa! Did he leave Colin Castleton in the sneakers as TyTy? The drought is over. And they're up by 14, and watch out. He's got Shibwe on the left, Washington on his right. Oh, that'll bring the crowd to its feet. The alley-oop is phenomenal. Look at Shibwe. Just gets out in front of everybody. The dude's 6'8" and 255. Mike's
leg rolled up in that Florida game, and it was very scary, and there he steps right into it.
Washington, tough shot, baseline, got it.
We'll have folks like Sam join them for a road trip. Meanwhile, here's TyTy Washington into the...
This is trouble.
Wheeler, always a blur. Washington, transition 3.
I'm just telling you that
Shibwe, the offensive rebound. Washington, count it.
Kevin, another loose ball, scramble for that ankle injury. His quickness, his speed is right here. To beat that baseline, and that little extra gear shift gets him to the opposite strength and a belief and an uncommon, authentic in terms of who they are with inside the program right now. I think Baylor's going to keep playing because Morrell and Joyner can jump up and make shots now and get on a 6-0 run all by themselves.
It's an 8-point game. Washington back-to-back.
Comes off to Keon Brooks. TyTy Washington up off the window, off the feed.
At the shoot around this morning, transition defense, and we can't afford live ball turnovers.
The extra feed, Washington to Brooks, and a quick start for the one. Washington around a pick, gets it back to Shibwe. Nice dish by TyTy Washington in the first, but emotional time for those guys playing their last home game. Here's the outlet to Grady. What a pass! Wow.
I didn't ask John Calipari.
Shibwe, offensive board. 1 out of 5 Kentucky misses end up with Shibwe, and the result of TyTy Washington 3.
Well, you can't push. You want to pull off an upset, you got to get some unexpected production. Vanderbilt's getting it right now from Robbins and Lawrence.
TyTy Washington.
They've tried that before with him scoring over 30. If they're going to beat Kentucky, it's got to be a balanced attack.
TyTy Washington used every bit of the metal. He's got 8. Went off, they play on, and Washington converts. Stackhouse went crazy, and he made contact with the officials in the sideline. He just got teed up, just like he did at Rupp. Chapman swatted by Shibwe, 7th block for the Cats. Washington extends the lead. Shibwe wanted the lob. Washington corner. Another. And suddenly a Kentucky surge. Oscar Shibwe, triple team. Toppin to TyTy. Dump down to TyTy Washington.
That is spectacular. You won't see a better pass in college basketball.
Flexing its muscles here late in the second half against Vandy.
terrific shooter. Sheboy will kick it to Washington, who had the big game last night and gets the floater to go today. Wheeler penetrates. Good pass. Sheboy down low, and he elevated. He knew he had a couple of arms going up with him, and he went up and threw it down. Kentucky is 0 for its last 7. Alley-oop, there it is. Keon Brooks as Fulkerson got backside dunker spot. You keep the Cats out of transition, you got to choose there. What looked like it might have been a three-point play. You missed the free throw, and they get an easy layup. Washington floats that in. I'm telling you, he's not going to miss.
3 players seated was chatting with one another, listening to what the coaches were telling them, and offering their own insight. Player-led team there at Tennessee.
That high flat butt screen again. Right? Washington with a steal. He's got Brooks and Sheboy behind him. He challenges and goes up and under on Huntley. Washington's got Sheboy sprinting with him. The challenge, and it's down to 8.
Xavier Wheeler started off with ball pressure by himself, and now the turnover and the beautiful move by TyTy Washington keeps it high when he splits the defenders. Big Blue Nation.
Wheeler penetrates, and then he'll kick. Washington's 3. Yes, it does go down. Timeout, says California.
With Banks struggling a little bit as of late, but good to see him get his shot off.
The leaner goes for TyTy.
Little time off the clock.
St. Peter's up by 5. 3. Oh. Good! TyTy Washington! A huge